Hi Libra, this is Just with your August 2016 reading. I hope that you guys are having an enjoyable month so far. So let's get into your reading. Now I see for some Libras out there, some of you could be dealing with a situation as it relates to the work sphere, that an offer was made to you unjust. It lacked sincerity. Okay, there could have been a beginning stages of you interviewing for a job and they were showing interest in you. There could have been a situation where you were out for a promotion. There could have been a proposition that was made to you at the workplace for one reason or another, and I feel like for some of you it was halted. Okay, the offer was rescinded, and for others of you I feel like it's been put back on the shelf. Okay, so it's been like, okay, yes, we're interested, we want you to move forward, or we would like to interview you, and then you didn't hear back from them. Okay, it could have been that you were moving forward, or sending your resume out, was looking, and just the energies is just seeming like it's been a kind of holding, excuse me, pattern, as far as you getting offers. Okay, being able to move forward, right? I feel like some of you in this circumstance is really feeling like you just want to give up on it. Okay, you're not going to stick around anymore. You're not going to wait around anymore. It's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna start moving forward. And I see that some of you are really going to start to put the pedal to the metal and really start to get your, plans in place to move forward in a different direction. Okay, sending your resumes out again. Possibly if this is a promotion, looking to apply in other areas where you can also be promoted, or possibly looking outside of the company altogether in line with exactly what you want. But I don't see you guys ruminating, and trying to really, I don't feel like you're allowing yourself to be stuck in that. You're saying, you know what, I'm going to give up. Okay. Because you really feel like, you know what, I need to get results. I really want results. I'm ready for this. This is what I want to do. And this is exactly what I'm going to, I'm not going to stop until I get what I want. Some of you are, possibly reaching out to try to get some information about what's going on. I do sense that there is, there's almost like this haste. I'm sensing haste. The way that you guys are going about the situation, I feel like there's a sense of haste, like this urgency. And really, throughout the month of August, I feel like you really need to be very careful about the actions that you take, and the way that you speak. Okay, the way that you express yourself. Okay. Because you guys are coming up as a page. So there's definitely things that you don't know. And I feel like because you're not aware of there's a lot of missing parts to a situation. I feel like your enthusiasm, but it's more of like haste, to get to the results that you're looking for, to find the answers, okay, to fill those missing holes and links, to bridge the gaps, if you will. I feel like that can actually work against you. Okay, so you have to be very careful. Some of you have received an offer back from a previous employee, and now you're going through the month of August of having to take a lot of different steps, because there's a lot of different levels to this position. And so where you thought it would maybe be one interview, maybe two tops, maybe three, it could be like, no, first you do this, and then could be 5, 6, 7, 8 more steps that you have to take before you actually get this position. Okay. I feel like it will come, it will be a delay. But it's calling for you to really have patience and really work your magic. Be very, charming and sociable in a way that is patient, kind, caring. Don't give off energy that is haste. Okay. Don't try to, try not to show frustrations by the fact that things aren't moving fast enough, that you're not getting the results that you want, because I definitely see frustrations, anxiety, and even stress coming your way because you're not getting the results that you want. Things are not happening the way that you want it to happen. Now, for some of you guys, I feel that there is a deep-seated, this month, you're going to have a deep-seated sexual drive. I feel like it's going to be a lot of sexual energy within yourself. It's going to be kind of like bubbling up for some of you. For some of you, if this doesn't apply, then you can obviously disregard this part. But I do see some of you could be sexually frustrated the month in August, okay? And perhaps the people that you're trying to align yourself with has been a bit of a challenge for you to kind of get something going with people. Perhaps those people, the ones that you're interested in, they're not interested. They're not in the mood. Okay, for some of you that's in relationships, I feel like you can be getting or feeling a sense of rejection, okay, from your lover, and because of it, you may be really trying to question them, and you're coming to a conclusion like they're with someone else. Is it someone else? Do you not want me anymore? When actually, no, I don't see that's the case. I feel like it's just you jump into conclusions. So be very careful this month about jumping to conclusions, because again, this month is definitely calling for Libras to be very patient. Okay, you're going to get more with honey than you would with vinegar. Keep that in mind. Or whatever mantra, whatever saying that, makes sense to you, use it. But it is calling for you to be very patient this month and to handle people with care, because once you're doing that, although inside you guys are going to have this burning sensation to get down to the bottom of something, understand something, control something as much as possible, and have this lack of patience. Okay, mentally, you're not gonna have any patience. You're gonna be moving fast with a lot of things. Like your mind's gonna be racing a lot. You're gonna be very active this month, and I feel like it's all gonna be based around these theories that you're coming up with. It's all theorized to me, but I feel like the theories you're coming up with is based upon the actions of other people, or lack thereof, actually. So just be mindful of that. I feel like if you just take your time and word things just right, which is Libras are perfect at doing that, you're going to find a lot of information that way, and things coming to you quite easily than if you were to kind of like buck up and try to strong arm someone to tell you something. Okay, that's not going to work well for you. I do see, excuse me, that there could be, for some of you guys, I feel if you're taking on, like I said, this energy of, you're coming up with one theory after another theory after another theory because of a circumstance that you're not getting actual proof. Like you're not getting, like someone is not telling you what you want to hear. You don't have concrete, evidence of a situation. Then by the end of August, you're going to be so confused. Okay. You're going to be so confused. You're not going to know your head from your foot. Okay. Others of you, I feel like if you take the time necessary, okay, to get out of your head and to really focus on one thing, because I feel like it's a lot going to be going on in August. And I feel like although there's going to be a lot of things going on, it may be one thing, something that rejected you or was put on hold. That is, I feel is going to be a domino effect in your mental state, and therefore, it can destabilize you guys. It can destabilize you guys. Okay. And therefore it can be very hard for you to kind of rebound. Okay. So just know that things will start to move forward. You just have to be patient. Okay. You really have to be patient. You really have to just allow things to be where they are at this time, and don't try to seek anything more. Accept it for what it is, and just trust that whatever you don't know, eventually you will know. Okay. And I feel like you take on that mentality, okay, and be very honest with yourself about how you feel. Get out of your head this month and get more into your heart. How do you feel? Because I feel like your head is not your friend this month. For some Libras, your head is not your friend. Okay. If your mind is not right, then your actions is not going to be in line, and your emotions is going to be scattered. So your mind is not right, your emotions is going to be scattered, and then your actions is going to be, hasty, and it's going to delay results. Okay, so just remember I said that part. I feel like that's the most important thing that you need to take away from the situation. If you do that, then at the end of the month, there will be a decision that you'll make, because August is a decision of, August is a month of decisions for Libras, coming to conclusions, okay? Putting a cap on a situation. But, with Libras, it can be very challenging to do that for yourself. Taking your own authority back, or just taking the authority to make a decision without feeling like it has to be it has to come from someone else. Like, you did this to me and this wasn't right, therefore I'm doing this. Is that clear? Or this person is so good, or they've redeemed themselves, therefore. It's sometimes you need to make decisions based upon how you feel. And then out of that, and honestly determining how you feel, because that can be challenging, okay, because you're an air sign, so you're more mental, and then making clear decisions based upon how you really feel, and then not being about other people, it not being about someone else, okay? So taking back your own power, taking on the better aspects of Aries, which is your opposite sign, I feel will bode well for you. But don't be hasty, be yourself in the best ways, but take on that I can make this decision on my own without being in this gray area and needing some form of action from another person, or discussion or conclusion made by another person, or compromise to make this decision, is what I'm saying here. When you do that, I feel like you're going to be very much decided upon something, and whatever the situation that you needed to make a decision on, you will make the decision. But I feel like when you make the decision, you may feel like it may challenge your ego. It may challenge your self-esteem to some extent. Okay. But just know that you're going through a normal process. You may be questioning the decision that you make, and questioning if it was the right decision and all of that. But I feel like you will get to a place where you'll be very clear that you made the right decision. If not, you coming to that mental breakthrough, I think that, things will come full circle, and then you'll realize that, yeah, I made the right decision. And I wouldn't say that to force yourself to make a decision, but I would definitely say that when the time is right, when okay, this is the time is right, and I'm very sure, then, you make a decision. Now, as it relates to love, I see here that someone could have come back into your life, and they kind of like gave you an offer but rescinded it, or your interpretation of what they came back for was not what they intended it to be for some of you. It could be you, that you've done that to someone. Okay, I'm feeling more strongly that it's you. And I feel like because of that, some of you are unable to reconcile this mentally. It's like, it doesn't matter how many times you've gotten enough information about the situation. It's like, wait a minute, what? It's as if, okay, someone comes back in your life and you think that the person's coming back and they want you. And then you realize, well, no, they don't want me. And you're like, wait a minute, what? You don't want me? Okay, so let me get this straight. You don't want me. You don't want me. And it doesn't matter, how they say it. If they, put it in Braille, like, you're still not going to be able to accept that. Okay, because really it no longer becomes about them, then it becomes about you having to reconcile this with yourself. So for some of you, you're going to be struggling with that, and you're not going to be able to move past that. I feel like some of you are going to be on a mission to kind of make that right, almost as if it's like it's going to be like an ego thing for some of you guys. It's like you don't deny me, and or you don't break up with me, you know. And I see here that all you need to do is just go with the flow. Just go with it. Just go with it. Okay. For some of you, I feel like there is going to be, some of you could have given up on a fire sign, okay, and decided to start moving on because you know that nothing is going to come out of it. Okay. You know that nothing's going to come out of it. And this could have come after you've tried to kind of get down to the bottom of a situation. Okay. And I guess some of you are feeling like I'm just going to move on because nothing is going to come out of the situation. But I'm sensing stronger for most of you guys is that it's this person that came, offered something and rescinded it, or a person wanted to break up with you, I feel like. Okay. Deep down inside, you have the strength, what it takes to get over the situation. And I feel like for some of you, you're moving on swiftly. But if you're moving on swiftly, I feel like that is a way to kind of like avoid yourself from having to think the way that you're gonna have to think, because you know you're a thinker, and you know when a person destabilizes your mental state, then it's like, ah, damn, I have to go now. I have to reconcile all this stuff and get through this. And it's like, you know what? I'm just going to busy myself. So I feel like some of you guys could be busying yourself, if you will, to try to, like you're focusing more on the things that you have to do rather than trying to reconcile the situation that you're going through. Okay. And I feel like because of that, you're going to run into a lot of challenges getting things accomplished or being satisfied with what has been done. Okay. And, continuing that, I see that there's going to be, confusions or some of you might get to a point where it's like, okay, you become so engrossed and focused on trying to get down to the bottom of this situation. Like you're going to try every angle that you could possibly try. Like, okay, oh, this person doesn't want me anymore. So now I'm going to try. First, I'm going to try to understand them on a mental level. We're going to try to talk about the situation. But talking about it is only going to make you more and more it's going to make you more and more stressed out and give you more and more anxiety and make you feel like you're still not clear. And I feel like you're going to wind up your actions is going to be more and more hasty. Okay. But you're not going to get the results that you're looking for. Okay. Even though you're going to try to, but then you're going to try to come from a place of strength. Like I'm going to try to come from a place of like, I'm going to try to, then you're going to say, okay, I'm going to try to approach this in the most calm way as possible. I'm really going to just try to ease my way through this, not get upset, even though deep down inside, you probably want to curse this person out and go off, but you're keeping your wits about yourself. Okay. You're keeping your wits about yourself. And I feel like for some of you guys, some of you are just going to really put it all out there. Okay. Some of you are going to say by the end of the month, like, you know what? I'm going to leave the situation alone because you're driving me crazy because I don't understand what is going on here. I just don't know what's going on. I'm confused. I'm confused. Okay. We talk and we try to figure this thing out. And I'm not any clearer about the situation now than I was the very first time we started talking about this. Okay. I feel like this is really going to be a blow to some of you guys' ego. For my men, I feel like for my women, it's going to really challenge your self-worth, because I do feel like there's a lot of feelings that you have for this person. You have a lot of feelings for this person. Some of you are just really ready to experience a love. Okay. But I feel like, for those of you that's out there, just really trying to get out there and trying to date, and you're trying to be as charming as possible. And, you're taking on this new dating life as like a fun adventure, if you will, because you could have just broken up with someone, possibly the mother of your child. You could have just broken up with someone. or some of you could have, you know, could have, you know, some of you could have lost a child, and you know, my condolences if that's the case. Okay, and I feel like it's been a time if that's the case, and now you're ready to kind of go back out there, right? But going back to the people that I feel like is actively looking in the single life, I feel like you really are ready for love, but you're still confused. Although you're out there, you know, you're looking good, and you know, you're really taking on this new experience as something, just something very like free and fun, very sociable. You're ready to kind of like get out there and be sociable and all those things. But I feel like you're not gonna be making any real love connections. I feel like if some of you are trying to have one night stands, it's not necessarily gonna be going well for some of you guys. Because you're looking for love. You're not looking for a one night stands. And that maybe is what you're communicating to people, that I'm looking for love. I'm not looking for a one night stand. I want love. But then the problem is that some of you don't even really understand what kind of love you want, or to even, you know, distinguish love, real love from fake love. Okay. But I do see that there was a breakup. I see that throughout this month with these breakups, that is going to be some type of reconciling yourself and trying to get down to the bottom of the situation with someone. Okay. Pulling out all the stops. So it's all, you're going to be going in a whole different emotional tangent, mental tangent. And then again, for some of you at the end of the month, there's going to be still being confused. Okay. But needing to let go of a situation, deciding to let it go. Perhaps a earth sign may be letting something go with you because they just feel like this thing isn't going anywhere. There's no growth in this, and then they're going to decide to let this go. And I feel that, particularly if you have children by this person, it doesn't have to be, but you know, I do see that you guys could possibly have children, or there could have been where you were pregnant, okay, or the mom was pregnant, or she was pregnant, okay. And I feel like you could have been pregnant, and you guys broke up because there was another person, and therefore, or you could have been pregnant and you decided to terminate the pregnancy because the other person, it was two people and you didn't know who the father was, okay. And you could be trying to spend, you know, this time trying to explain to one person or the other, you know, what happened in the circumstance, the situation, and you really trying your best to try and get this person back, to make them realize, you know, look, you know, it was just one night with this guy and I don't know, and you know, and the person is just not going to hear you out, period. They're not going to entertain it. They're not going to accept you back, and that's going to really put you in a stasis of like stress and anxiety. Okay, but you're going to be fine. You know, whatever you guys are going through regarding a breakup, and I'm feeling strongly trying to reconcile a situation where you guys got turned down, or you thought it was one way and it was something else, or you're looking for something but you keep, you know, what you're looking for is not what you're going to get. All of this is going to be okay. I feel like you guys really have to, in the month of August, is really be honest with yourself, how you feel. I feel like your feelings aren't going to steer you wrong. Like perhaps your the way that you communicate your mental state, and then off of your mental state deciding how you're going to act. You know, those things may steer you wrong, frustrate you. But I feel like your heart getting down to, I think that's what you need to work on. How do I feel about this? You know, how does this make me feel? What do I feel? How do I want to, you know, what do I want to express, you know, about the situation? So that is what I see for you guys for the month of August. Let me know if this resonates with you by commenting below. And if you would like, you can thumbs this video up. And if you're new to this channel, welcome and subscribe, because I will be back very soon with another one. Take care, guys.